In this series of videos, I'm going to tell you about the Merrill-Reed model. So we're going to go through different communication preferences. In this video, we're going to focus on the second communication preference, expressive. How do you recognize expressive as a dominant preference? Well, first of all, they are very social and very spontaneous. They enjoy being with other people. They don't really like working alone. Spontaneous? Absolutely. If you have an idea and if you sell it well, they will get right to it. They are fantastic storytellers. If you walk into a party, you will typically have an expressive person surrounded by people laughing their butts off because the person is just telling the most hilarious stories. They are very creative and very inspiring because they communicate with emotions. So they brainstorm continuously. They can generate fantastic ideas, and then they have the energy to sell these ideas to others. So they can get people to passionately follow their vision. They don't mind being in the center of attention. In fact, they quite like it. So they may seek opportunities to be surrounded by people and to be able to entertain with their stories. So how do you communicate with someone who has expressive as a dominant preference if this is not your dominant preference? Well, first of all, make sure that you are open and enthusiastic. If you keep your cards very close to your chest, they won't trust you. Make sure that you match their level of energy and level of enthusiasm. Make it fun. Tell a joke. Laugh at their jokes. Focus on building the relationship. They need to know you as a person. If they don't know who you are as a human being, they don't want to do business with you. Allow them to be in the center of attention. They quite enjoy it. So listen to their stories, pay attention to them, and try to avoid details. They don't like details. The details suck out all the fun from whatever we're doing. So focus on the energy. It's enough to give them a high-level idea, a vision, and then they will be able to follow it. So we have some amazing traits. We have people who are creative, who are passionate, who can inspire others. But then, what could be the downside? If you have someone with expressive as a dominant preference, what things are they missing? How can you make them a more well-rounded communicator? First of all, focus on structure. When someone with expressive as dominant preference speaks, it's like a river. It flows and flows and flows, and suddenly, okay, how did we end up here? So they will struggle with doing things step by step because they open plenty of different projects at the same time. And because they do that, they struggle to follow through. They will forget that they've made some commitments, they will forget about the deadlines, and they will struggle to deliver as promised. Last thing is listening skills. Just like with drivers, they are on the tell side of the spectrum. They are used to sharing their stories and their emotions, but they are not that great at listening. They get quickly distracted. They think about 100 different things. So they struggle to really connect with others and pay attention to what they're saying. So this was the second communication preference, expressive. And I hope you will continue with the next video, amiable.